John 3:16 is probably the most popular verse in the whole Bible. It says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that everyone who believes in him might not perish, but might have eternal life." And when I read that as a father, I imagine myself sacrificing my son for somebody else, and it seems ridiculous. I mean, I might love you and want the best for you, but the idea of sacrificing my son for you is just an option that's not really on the table. And I remember a time where one of my sons was in the hospital, and it had been a long time, and he was really struggling, kind of hanging on for his life. Something went wrong with surgery after surgery, and we weren't sure if he's going to make it. And I remember looking at him laying in this bed, nearly lifeless, with all of these probes and needles poked into him, having gone through such extreme pain and suffering, and wishing that I could trade places with him. Wishing that there was something that I could do, gladly take on twice the pain if I could stop his suffering and let him just be a happy, normal kid again. But that wasn't an option. When you take a child into the hospital, they don't say, "Would you like to have the child go through the surgery, or would you like to do it for him?" I couldn't trade places with my kid. But God's all powerful. He can do whatever he wants. He can take our place. God the Father sends his Son to suffer for us, yes, but also God the Father and God the Son are the same God. It's two persons of the Trinity. And so in a way, God is sending himself to sacrifice for us, his children. Jesus tells us to call God Father. And so we are the children of God, and God is sacrificing himself for his children. And that's something that I can understand as a dad. Because even with my flawed love, I would sacrifice for my children. So how much more with God's perfect love would he sacrifice for you and for me? John chapter 15, verse 13 says, "No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." And so God demonstrates that, the greatest love possible, that he sacrifices his life for us, not just his friends, but his children. That's it. The greatest act of love ever. A father's love for you. He loves you that much. I'm Kyle Heimann. For more, check out kyleheimann.com.